A thread by Carlos Osuita. I've found the best example yet of the total insanity of leftism. I'm sure that President Trump, the First Lady, and Vice President Pence knew this long ago, but hey, that's why they are mopping the earth, literally cleaning it up. We begin. AOC tweeted, Pence demanding that Harris answer his own personal questions when he won't even answer the moderators is gross and exemplary of the gender dynamics so many women have to deal with at work. Once again, we're being told that women are just as strong and capable as men, and they're fragile little girls deserving of special treatment so they won't cry. Hillary did the same thing. Trump stalked me on the stage. I was afraid. Today, the internet is full of what the kids call white knighting, rushing to the defense of a woman who told us that she was perfectly capable of defending herself. Harris was the victim of a terrible assault. She wants to be Vice President of the United States, but she must be excluded from the challenges that all successful men face. She must be protected. Remember this? Mike Pence at the Demilitarized Zone, DMZ, between North and South Korea. The North Koreans have towers with snipers. Does he look like he needs white knighting? That photo is why I called him the religious terminator. Leftists hold contradictory views because it's the only way to be a leftist. Alyssa Milano is the perfect example. Brett Kavanaugh was guilty because believe all women. Joe Biden deserves due process before we condemn him because believe all women means listen to them and then dismiss them. The only way to be a leftist is to have rules that mean nothing. Tulsi Gabbard told us that Trump is leading us into war with Iran. Where's that war, Tulsi? Did it miss its flight? Gabbard wants our troops withdrawn from the Middle East, but she says simultaneously that Trump withdrawing troops is reckless and destabilizing. The internet is full of people praising total self-contradiction. From medium.com, the vexing and difficult art of holding opposing views. Quote, Charlie Munger said, the best thinkers can hold two opposing views at once. It sounds so obvious, yet why is it so difficult? End quote. It's difficult because it's insane. People are overtly telling you, be insane. No, I refuse. The best thinkers are aware of opposing views and understand them. They don't hold them. This is a massive propaganda effort to make you into those convictionless amoebas who volunteered to never call the police and had career criminals camp out in the local park. The home invaders went to work, as in their daily job, and the convictionless amoebas were lost. Well, I certainly hate to see my entire life destroyed, but the police must be abolished. This is all very confusing to me. And city officials told them, it's going to be hard at the beginning, but we need you to stick with it. As a result, New York City is a killing field. FoxNews.com, defund the police takes toll on New York City's crime rate, law enforcement and GOP critics say. Another article on the virtues of being insane from Vice.com, recalibrating your opinions so that the world doesn't bother you. Quote, so, in the effort to find my better first-rate self, I've recalibrated my opinions to allow for opposing ideas to harmoniously coexist within my still functioning mind. Aren't I great? Man, let me tell you, I am great. I seldom get upset about anybody else's opinion, even especially if it appears totally valid and completely opposed to what I feel to be correct. How do I pull this off? Besides probably dying at age 44 of some stress-induced arterial explosion, I have little arguments with myself about the validity of diametrically opposed ideas and then discover that it's all good, homie. End quote. Here's the admission. You know why you like things? You like them because you want to align yourself with them when the time comes for public discourse. Really, you like things because you want to have something to talk about with other people, and you want those people to be the kind of people who want to like you. There is research about this by scientists. It is boring, but the problem with this is it reinforces the idea of a social hierarchy which by nature seeks to marginalize people. That's what the process of liking things does. End quote. Got that? Unless you hold totally contradictory views in your head at the same time, you're reinforcing a social hierarchy that seeks to marginalize people. Guess who warned us about this? George Orwell, in his book 1984. The English Socialist Party, or INSOC, created the concept of doublethink, as another was totally to control people down to their private thoughts. INGSOC, or INGSOC, created Newspeak, the language that replaced what existed before the rise of INGSOC. Doublethink, the act of simultaneously accepting two mutually contradictory beliefs as correct. According to Winston Smith, main character, protagonist of 1984, doublethink is, quote, to know and not to know, to be conscious of complete truthfulness while telling carefully constructed lies, to hold simultaneously two opinions which canceled out, knowing them to be contradictory and believing in both of them, to use logic against logic, to repudiate morality while laying claim to it, to believe that democracy was impossible and that the party was the guardian of democracy, to forget whatever it was necessary to forget, then to draw it back into memory again at the moment when it was needed, and then promptly to forget it again, and above all, to apply the same process to the process itself. That was the ultimate subtlety. Consciously to induce unconsciousness, and then once again to become unconscious of the act of hypnosis you had just performed. Even to understand the world, doublethink involved the use of doublethink. End quote. Four examples of doublethink used throughout 1984 include the slogans war is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength, and 2 + 2 = 5. The hilarious irony? The people telling you that you must adopt doublethink in order to be intellectually superior, all of them are cognitively rigid. You tell them that a woman must be able to stand on their own, and they freak out. Guess what? You are fine. They are messed up. All you need is the ability to accept new ideas if you agree with them. If you have the ability to ponder a new concept and it changes your mind, you're intellectually superior. Never engage in doublethink. Reject ideas that you know are garbage. Judge them and find them wanting. Call them immoral, stupid, destructive, and dishonest. Men and women with superior intellects think for themselves. Always follow your gut. Your gut will never let you down.
I will be the greatest president that God ever created.